Our next guest is warning Democrats they're losing the political games by keeping the government shutdown going. Joining us now is House Majority Whip Tom Emmer. Congressman, great to see you this morning. Thanks for joining us. So obviously you've had bipartisan majorities in both chambers vote to keep the government open. You have a Democrat minority in the Senate blocking this. How confident are you that your members are going to hold the line on this?
Our members are completely unified on this, Charlie, and it's great to be with you this morning. Unfortunately, these are not great circumstances. You talk about majorities, bipartisan majorities. Keep in mind, we passed this spending bill out of the House on September 19th, Charlie, well in advance of the September 30th deadline. There was only one Democrat that joined with the Republicans in the House to pass it over to the Senate. Now, it gets to the Senate. And you've got a rule, the filibuster rule. They need 60 votes. We only need a simple majority in the House. They need 60 votes to get something to the floor. And Chuck Schumer has refused to provide the votes necessary to get this to the floor. And as a result, the government's been shut down for 30 days now. And I would argue to the people watching that most people haven't noticed. Your report from LaGuardia this morning is an example. Most people haven't noticed up till this week. Thanks to Donald Trump finding a way to pay our troops last month, that pain was delayed. But starting this week, the American Federation of Government Employees, the largest government employee union in the country, 820,000 members, sent a letter and said, get this done. Open the government up so you can get back to negotiating. Guess what? Tuesday, air traffic controllers did not get a paycheck. And you just outlined for the viewers all the bad things that are going to happen. This is starting to become very real. They are playing with people's actual lives.
So, obviously, you have to always look at this through very cynical eyes. And I would imagine that to some degree, Democrats feel like, Republicans control both chambers of Congress and the White House. And the more we can grind up the works, the more they win because Republicans aren't able to get things done. How much does that concern you?
A lot. I mean, look, you should not be putting your partisan political strategy ahead of the American people that you were hired to serve. They are simply not honest with this. I mean, Chuck Schumer, who's been here for decades, makes a statement that's completely untrue. He says Republicans control the White House, the Senate, the House. Therefore, the shutdown is a Republican shutdown. Chuck, everybody knows, and you all know, that you got to have at least 7 Democrats voting with the Republicans in the Senate in order to get this done. And you're the one that's shutting it down. And why? Why? Because he wants $1.5 trillion more in spending. He wants to put illegals back on taxpayer-funded health care. And he wants to gut the $50 billion rural health care fund that Republicans and Donald Trump just created last July. It's insane.
It's a pretty cynical ploy to use your minority and then claim that it's the other side's fault. Tom Emmer, thank you so much.